What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on the Pittsburgh Penguins New York Islanders first round series. Great to see the Islanders back in the playoffs. The last time they made it was 2007, and they got slapped around by the Buffalo Sabres pretty bad. Back in Buffalo was like awesome. The Drury, Briedis, Miller, some real talented guys. But Pittsburgh's been outstanding. Bringing in Iggy, Crosby should be back to health. If not by game 1, by game 2 or 3 at the latest. Gino's outstanding. Once all those forwards have got healthy, or Crosby, the one getting the process of getting healthy, they became, in my opinion, the preeminent favorite to win both the Eastern Conference and the Stanley Cup. We'll talk more about that in a second, but it's good to see the New York Islanders in the playoffs. Last time they won a playoff series, I tweeted this earlier tonight. Kevin Conley, big-time Islanders fan, the former Eric Murphy, who I'm sure I'll be tweeting about the Islanders throughout the playoff series against the Penguins, assisting in the officiating, I'm sure. But last time they were in the last time they won a series was '93 when Darius Kasparaitis was running Mario Lemieux and cheap shotting his way to a long NHL career. In the very beginning of that cheap shot driven NHL career, Kevin Connolly, Eric Murphy, that's how much an entourage buff I am, was in the Beverly Hillbillies, which came out that year. So that other show was in like the 1950s, but the movie came out in '93. Is my point. That was the last time the Islanders won a playoff series. So that's a long time. That's, put it this way, another year the Islanders drought could legally buy a beer. So that's something to think about. But back to the series. Flowers had his moments, going back to last year against Philly, where he was absolutely god-awfully horrendous, to put it lightly. But I still take him over to Barkov. I like what the Islanders' defense has. I like Streit and the forward core. Tavares is a stud. I've been a fan of Tavares since he was 14, 15 years old. I think anyone that followed hockey saw what he did in minor hockey, with the Oshawa Generals, London Knights, and the OHL. The guy is unbelievably talented, and you don't need me to tell you that. Then Matt Molson. I remember watching Matt Molson play Cornell for the Big Red way back in the day, and he's a tremendous talent. And I think they'll have their moments, but Pittsburgh's firepower, defense, and if Flower plays to the level he's capable of, that will be too much for the Islanders to hold back. And I think I get the Islanders losing the series in 6 games. I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be challenged by the Islanders, but and I've talked with this with Anaheim, with Detroit, with the Kings, and with the Bruins. They have the heart of a champion. Their core nucleus does. Crosby, Malkin, Fleury, Orpik, Kunitz, Dupuis. All those guys are champions. Even Jordan Gillen hasn't won the Cup, but he's been a consummate winner. In terms of international events, not with Calgary through no fault of his own, but even he went to a conference final, to the Stanley Cup Finals on a god-awful team, Canadian gold medalist. He's got the heart of a champion. The Islanders aren't there yet. They've got a very young and exciting team, but this is Pittsburgh's year, I think, and it'll start against the Islanders, and like I said, they'll have a scare or two, but Pittsburgh ultimately win the series and move on to the next round in 6 games. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Pittsburgh Penguins New York Islanders first round series. Stay tuned for more episodes through the season and beyond. Later, guys.